Hello and welcome back to another Pickled Unscripted. As always, I have with me the talented, the one, the only, Matt the Pickled Dragon, and I am Dracoya. And today we want to talk to you about something special. It seems like Christmas might come early this year, folks. But before we get into it, Matt, what are you drinking?
I'm I'm drinking a little scotch from a long lost place called Glenlivet, or it's the Glenlivet, as the Glenmorangie is gone.
Oh, how tragic, guys.
It
Absolutely
is.
tragic. If you
It
guys
is.
want to help us replenish our bar carts and help Matt through this very dark time, you can go to foxbitehobbies.com and use code DRACOYA, DRACOYA, to get 10% off of your first order. They have the most amazing gaming backpacks, they have brushes, they have pins, they have everything your little heart and hobby heart could desire to transport all your good stuff from point A to your friend's basement.
Yes.
But Christmas might be coming early this year because Elon set out a little tweet.
Yes. So this is like so innocuous, like so just, but it is very much whether you love him or hate him. I'm going to do the speech again because I don't have a vibe on this dude at all. I know some people hate him, some people love him, but he sent out a tweet uh, that said this: "How much is Hasbro?" So
Ah,
now, yeah, so now like everybody's blowing up. Like, is he going to buy Hasbro? Is he going to be buying WotC? Is he just going to buy D&D? Buy, buy, buy. And this is like, I think a logical person would look at this and say, I mean, he is one of the world's largest internet trolls. I get that. He does lots of crazy things.
that's true.
Uh,
And this was also based off of our last video where we mentioned Elon telling Hasbro and WotC to basically go to hell because of how much they're bad-mouthing Gary Gygax. So this plays on top of that.
yeah, and I think that this particular tweet, it was in response to somebody else calling for him to buy the
We're all
company.
calling for him to buy. And I'm not like the biggest Elon Musk fan, but I would be okay with that.
Um, I certainly don't think he could do any worse.
No, he definitely cannot do any worse than WotC. WotC is very clearly trying to kill D&D into the ground and bury it alive.
Now, like I said, like a logical person would look at this and just be like, that's just him kind of throwing it out there, stirring the pot, trolling, whatever you want to call it. Because there's not, I mean, it's one sentence. I actually looked up how much it would cost to buy Hasbro, and the market value of Hasbro is between 8 and 12 or 13 billion dollars right now, depending.
Hey,
Um,
start putting
so
your pennies down, folks.
yeah, but to him, I mean, that's like barely anything, right?
Yeah, it's not a
But
big deal.
in any case, that seems like nothing. But I would like to point out one little caveat. I started
Ooh.
thinking about when he bought Twitter, and I remembered that it actually started out fairly innocent enough. And sure enough, I looked up back in the day, somebody called for him to buy Twitter. And it started out just like this. He just said, "How much was it? Or how much is it?" Yeah, how much is that's all it started. And then it all
Really?
kind of snowballed from there.
And the next thing you know, we've got X or
And then now
Twix.
we have Twix.
Twix.
Yes.
It's gonna be a thing, guys.
I wish it were called Twix, but I guess that's taken. That's a candy, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that he probably can't legally call it Twix, but we can. We're bound by no such law of man.
Or you could just take out the two T's in the middle and have Twixer.
Cool. Yeah, why not?
Big X,
But anyway,
like
this
I
is
don't know.
how this is how Twix started. Is he sent out one tweet that said, "Well, how much is it?" And I don't know Elon, obviously, and I know really not a whole lot about him, but he doesn't strike me as the type of person that would just throw this out without having been thinking about it for a couple of days, you know?
I would like to know, like, the people that don't like him, when he interjected on behalf of Gary Gygax, I saw all kinds of replies from people who didn't like him. They were like, "I bet he didn't even play D&D. I bet, like we should never listen to this guy because he's not even involved in gaming." Like, we don't know what he did. I mean, clearly like a semi-autistic nerd with poor social skills. Like, if you were gonna profile, like you work for the FBI and you got to profile a gamer, it's like he's checking a lot of boxes. But
That's true.
I'm not gonna. I don't know. But the point is that whether you love him or hate him, I don't think he could do much worse than what's going on right now.
No, I don't either. I would actually really like to see what would happen if he did buy it. I think he might try to do it justice. Rob Kuntz, I would like to believe, would maybe get a little bit more say. I think he would try and bring D&D back to its original glory, but I don't know.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just a little thing we saw. I definitely think that. Um, I definitely think that with him getting involved in government and Doge and all that stuff, that this is more of a fleeting fancy. I don't think this will go anywhere,
Well,
but
does he
who
even
knows?
have the time? But I think he might. I mean, he's the CEO of so many different things right now, and he's still managing to do it. And I don't know if WotC would really take up that much of his time compared to something like Twitter, right?
Yeah, he would probably clean house and then just leave somebody competent in charge, is my guess, like he did with Twitter.
I
He's
mean,
not
I hope.
really, yeah. I also think that I mean, I guess it's possible. We'll see what happens. I think I still in my head logically feel like it's a stretch, but the dude surprises people all the time, so I can't really say one way or the other. But
Listen, he has an insane amount of money.
yeah,
And if I had won the lottery, if I win the lottery tomorrow, guys, the first thing that I'm gonna do is remake The Hobbit. I've already looked it up. Each one of the Lord of the Rings, they had a budget of 100 million each for each movie. So I'm thinking, okay, so it's 100 million for each movie, and that was back in the day. So if I put like 120 million out of the lottery, I can have them remake The Hobbit. Okay, we can do this, right? That's where I'd put my money. And I feel like Elon Musk is kind of like me, like old school nerd, it sounds like. And so if I had the extra money, why the fuck wouldn't I do this wonderful thing?
that
You
would
know?
be fun. Yeah, I mean that would be fun.
Very.
Yeah. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Is he gonna buy Hasbro? No.
Christmas Miracle or worse than Waxy? Why don't you guys
Oh
tell
yeah, I mean that's a possibility. I guess maybe he goes in there and turns D&D into you know,
me? Yeah.
cyborgs and microchips. I don't know.
It
But
could happen. Yeah. What do you guys think? Would you guys be on board if he did purchase it? What are some of the changes that you guys would like to him to implement? What are the things that you would like to see? But comment, like, subscribe, go to Foxbite Hobbies and use code Dracoya, and as always, come back and have another round on us.